Greetings and pranam. So this video is just to clarify certain things and to bring some more deep insights into understanding this path. Which path? I am talking about shifting into awareness. So I would like to clarify a little more deeper on this path so that there are no misconceptions and misquoting about this. Now, first of all, relating this with Sanatan. Then I talk about rituals, no rituals. Please let us understand that this is all part of Sanatan. Doing any kind of rituals or using the yantra or mantra or using any kind of tantra is all a part of Sanatan itself. To be doing karma kanda and to rise above it and going to the being state is talked in Bhagavad Gita, is talked in many other documents in Shiva Sutras. These are different zones, and everybody has the right to be where they are. So first of all, I never ask anybody to forcefully leave anything. I am just talking to a certain crowd where, while we are doing those practices like Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, where there is no concept used, absolutely no concept used. At that stage, if somebody brings in any kind of concepts in the mind or try to use any kind of mantra, it's not going to work, because you have to go beyond the mind and intellect. Those sadhanas, those tantras are that way. So at that time, I tell, here it's not of any use for you. These things, concepts are going to be of no use for you here. Now that doesn't mean it is something against Sanatan. Actually, what we are doing is all Sanatan practices only. Sanatan is wholesome. It has different varieties and modalities, and everybody can choose what they like. So first of all, creating these barriers and misunderstandings about that this is against Sanatan, no way. In fact, I have given all the quotations whenever I talk about anything like this. What I just talked is mentioned by Shiva itself in Vigyan Bhairav Tantra to Parvati, saying that you don't need it anymore, give it up now. In Devi Kalotra also, Lord Shiva is telling Parvati, give it up now, you don't need it. And he is gone to the extent of telling what all to give up. In that you can see all kind of karma kanda. Literally even tirthyatras, literally even kundalini meditation, chakra meditations, all kind of even mantras, any kind of deities, any kind of worship, any kind of connection to anything. He is telling give up. Now, is Shiva against Sanatan? No. That is a part, that is a different kind of a phase where one doesn't need to use these modalities which were also provided by Shiva. So first of all, let us have clear understanding. I would suggest those who have misconceptions, you must go through Devi Kalotra of Lord Shiva, the final Upadesha given to Shakti, Parvati, and go through Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, which is the final tantra given to Shakti by Shiva. Understand this clearly, you will understand. You will get the whole thing. Or you can go through Ramana's works, Arunachala. Arunachala is nothing, again, Ramana is nothing but Shiva's voice only. He is the representative of Shiva therein, because Arunachala, he himself is Shiva. So Shiva spoke through Ramana and he did many, in fact, Devi Kalotra was brought out by Ramana Maharshi. Upadesh Saram has been very beautifully designed by Ramana Maharshi, and that teachings also tell how one moves from karma kanda till the final stage where there is nothing. It is nirlamba sadhana. The nirlamba sadhana is talked even in Kala Jnana or Devi Kalotra by Shiva only, where he is literally asking one to rise above it. So I think all these misconceptions are coming because we have not read our own shastras, we have not understood our own jnana about Sanatana. Full we have not explored. So without exploring, I would say never go into any kind of direct opinions or conclusions. First we must research and then we must go through all this. So, my crowd is little different. I talk to a different crowd. I am not talking to the public. I have said this many times. But then I realize very much, yes, if I am not talking to the public, then these kind of talks must not go to the public. And if the public are ready for these kind of talk, then they should be in shifting into awareness, because where we can have our personalized sessions where only that crowd gets to hear what they are liking, And those who are not yet ready for that, or those who dislike this kind of stuff, they need not simply get confused and say this is anti something or something like that. So I've understood this. I realized from, because in the past few days, all these posts and all which went little exaggerated and all that. So it is, but someone told something and somebody instigated, I did something that side, and from there somebody. Ultimately, we are not here to get entangled into, because I was thinking all this while, where are we heading? I mean, all these things is good for clarity. We talk, or we talk little in clarity or in deep, which might often hurt others or something like that. But the purpose is to get clarity. It is not to create gossip and fights. Because if we are going in that direction, then we are going somewhere in a wrong direction. So that one particular thing, I thought I must be very clear. And for that I say, stick to your own path. Because all these kitch is happening because people follow some path and then they simply go here and there, which I always ask. I have asked hundreds of times, why do people go here and where? Why? What is the need? If we say our guru and our parampara has given us some certain things, then simply stick to it. What is the need to go here and there and then confused and then scratch your head and then say this guy is anti, that guy? Why go to anti people? So first of all, I am going to little more clarify again that, because I am going to check out these things. I think we don't want problems, unwanted problems, and even problem creators we don't want. So I am going to just verify these things, that you are, I mean, if you are following this particular thing, then you are not doing something else. Then you should be doing that. There are many times I've told that I have sent people, go back to what you're doing. This is not the place for you. But still, then people linger around. Then if you linger, then you should understand what is being told. Then usme khich pich nahi hona chahiye. So these clarities must be there. So my crowd is little different. So I now would like to prefer to talk more to that crowd only, who understands very well and who are mature enough to get this clarity, who are still not confused and things like that. We have had a lot of people moving in and out, and unfortunately, because last few days things happened, some news came from somewhere and news went somewhere. See, yesterday evening Ishanji had called and we had a long talk on it, and the talk was necessary because even I felt some things are going out of. And what happened, because once in a while these talks happen, but what surprisingly happened was, when we were talking to each other, we found that the misquoting has gone beyond an extent. I mean, somebody comes and tells me something, this happened there, because past 3-4 years, almost 3.5 years, I have not connected to any page, any organization, because I don't belong to any organization. That I would like to make clear. I am not coming from any lineage, any path, nothing. What I am doing is completely a separate identity. I don't link myself with any organization. And this I have told very, very clearly. Disclaimer, I might have been in multiple organizations. I might have been with many other holy people. That's okay. That's grace. And I am always revered and respect that. But I have never claimed an identity. See, to remove that identity only, I changed my name. If I wanted to misuse or abuse that name or the people coming there, I would have kept the same name. And I would have invited people come from there. I would have used my tactics. But in today's world, if you see 450, 470 friend requests are there on my Jake profile, which are from different paths. But I have not accepted them. Not because I don't want to. I don't want people to get confused. So when I am so particular about these things, where is the question that my bhadka raha? Or I am converting? No, I am not converting. I am not interested also. I can show many new people whom I have sent to multiple paths. Our intention is not that. At least that's not the intention of the paths that we follow and the source that we are looking into. So we were talking, and then some certain things I said, I have never mentioned this particular. So, ek ke saath masala, and from that side and this side, both lot of So I was thinking there are also people involved, miscreants, sometimes maybe enjoying both the parties, in between, and putting a little thing, fuel here and fuel there, and then saying like, I support you, and things like that. These things came very much into the highlight. So I was little disappointed, because These are some of the people that I knew very well, and I had trusted in certain ways. I had not expected that they would do these things. But as I say, everything happens for good. All these episodes I can see now clearly, divine will. It is to give clarity and the loopholes in all these things, so that we can take, take proper measures on that. Because we are all moving on a path. We are all guided and protected, right? So divine's play it is. So with which I have come to know. So I think now the shifting into awareness, the deeper practice is going to be more tighter, and I will have my own protocols there. And I told you, if I 10 people also, हमको फर्क नहीं पड़ता. I am not here for gathering masses, and rather I would not want to do all this and go full on aggressive, and then break my head over it and have sleepless night over it, and then keep worrying who came, who went. I don't want that. I mean, if I want, I can do it. I've told this multiple times. When I can teach you to manifest so many things which I have manifested in my life the way I want, why can't this be manifested? Because I don't have that desire, and I don't want to go in that direction. I'm very happy with myself. Till the Lord, Divine Providence, wants us to work in a certain way, fantastic, we will do it. The day it is not there, it will not happen, and I'm okay with it. Till we are allowed to serve, because this body also is temporary, it will come and it will go. So till we are allowed to serve, we will serve, as simple as that. But that service must be respected, and it must be earned. So properly earning, I don't mean money, of course. Now I would like to stick more with 1 or 2 webinars in a month only, that's all. And those who sign up, that's it. And I would like to do more follow-ups with them, because there, when people are signing up, that shows they are committed to that. So this free kind of people, most of the time when we say free mein gadbad hota hai. Free is lack of consistency, and free is lack of responsibility. Free is lack of commitments, and we do not know. So in that case, I would like to stick just to that 1 or 2 clarity free sessions. But all the other deeper satsangs will need to have people who are dedicated and following and understanding without conflicts. And we don't want definitely gossipers from here and there. So this, I tell you openly, this is one thing I'm going to ban in shifting into them. This is, I have gone beyond certain things. I understand my mistakes also. Gossip must not be allowed in any place, in any organizations. Any kind of gossips and gossipers. Especially now, I have learned that I will also not gossip anywhere. Neither I will not allow any kind of gossip coming here. So gossipers, please excuse. Do not bring me news from here and there. Who is talking what? I am not interested to know. It is their karma. Let them do what they do. Do not bring information. This person did that. That person did that. This person is saying this about it. Let them say. You like to hear it? Hear it. Don't sit there to even defend or fight. This is a non-violent path. Okay? Don't go on aggression. Don't go on that, how come ऐसा हो गया, हमारा पाथ तुम्हारा पाथ, ये हमारा तुम्हारा कुछ नहीं है. Just mind your own business, do your own sadhanas that you are taught here. Simply follow that. Don't allow any kind of gossipers around you. Neither you go and gossip anywhere. Neither allow me to gossip. If you find me somewhere, even gossiping, I give you full right to tell you are gossiping. Tell me, remind me. I'll correct myself. Because that's not good. Whatever the reason might be for that gossip, whether it is good, bad, ugly, whatever, it has no good consequences, and it takes us away from the path. And what we are coming to do here, it disturbs that energy and that pure space. So this one, very, very clear. Those who cannot hold up those things from here and there, please find your own paths. I'm telling very, very clearly. So that one thing I'm going to be very strict. And I'm telling even other paths, do not gossip. There is no need to gossip about anybody. And if gossipers come there, I think those gossipers also should be said, go home. Because these places are not the place to gossip about this one and that one. See, we respect all the gurus. If we do not respect, then why would we pray in the end, the gratitude prayer to all our gurus? Now, it comes from that understanding that, because I was once in a certain path, now people link to that, but they don't understand what I am trying to even teach or tell. We are on the path of wholesomeness, where you can see in Shiva Sutras, you will understand Shiva only is the Mahaguru. In Lord Dattatreya tradition, you understand Dattatreya is the Guru. So if you go to ask Bhagwan Dattatreya who's your Guru, he will tell self is my only Guru, from where all the 24 Gurus came out. So what does this Tattva say? It says about the inner Guru. Ramana Maharshi has talked enough about it, inner Guru. In Chidakasha Gita, Bhagavan Nityananda has talked about inner Guru, the two types of Guru. There is one inner Guru, the first Guru, Pratham Guru, and then is the secondary Guru from outside. Outside Gurus are to lead us inside. I have told this million times. People don't get it. I come from that deep understanding that even before I was in a certain institution, even before that also I had a Guru. I was never Nigura. None of us are Nigura. What you are taking, I got a Guru, is the external Guru. But before the external Guru comes also, there is an internal Guru which you are not aware of. That's another thing. So, starting with that Guru from birth, the inner Guru, Dakshinamurti, Lord Dattatreya, they guide us. And if we need clarity from outside, we are led to outside Gurus. There are many cases where it is not needed. If the soul is ripe, they get inner guidance, then it's not needed. But when it is needed, automatically it will take you to multiple Gurus. So that is how I've seen my life. Going to certain Gurus in certain phases to learn, to rise, to evolve. And there is grace there, for which I am deeply thankful. And I have told this multiple times. We do these prayers, right, in some of the sessions. When we connect to the Guru Tattva, and in the end, we thank all the Gurus right from birth till what we have, and even the future Gurus which are coming. So Guru Tattva, which is there outside, the physical Gurus, are a part of the inner Guru only, the Param Tattva, which is coming out from there. If this is clear, भेद नहीं है, ये सब बातें नहीं है कि आप उधर बिलोंग करते हो, इधर नहीं करते हो, पहले उधर थे, इधर थे, पहले वेले कुछ नहीं है. We are simply led on our path where we are supposed to go. So there is no question of disrespecting anything. Yes, in certain things I agree, there was instigation and which triggered my ego, and मैंने extra कुछ उसमें डाल दिया. My ego said something about it, which I think I have edited it off or removed those things which should not create more confusion, because those videos were put to clarify something, but then I saw people taking advantage of that, especially the middle people, and trying to blow things out. So मैं बोला चलो हटा ही देते. There should not be any reason to give people to do all these kind of things. Another one thing I'll clarify is I don't give Deekshas or initiation. And that doesn't mean I'm just a philosopher also. I'm not philosophizing, I'm not reading books and coming and teaching you. Many of the things I've told you which I've read in the books came later, but I was already doing it. So I deeply believe in the inner guidance. There is an inner Guru, there is a power, divine power, which takes care of you. It takes care of all of us. It took care of me also. In all the paths, all the time. It is taking care of me also. So many of the Shastras that have come is simply a reconfirmation for me. I'm not learning it from there first. Many things are happening to me and I have a realization. Many things I know already. I don't know how, because my mind cannot know that. Purva Janma Samskaras. But when I see something, I can easily connect to that. So I'm not a philosopher. But yes, I'm a teacher of a certain caliber. I do not want to define what kind of teacher or call myself a guru and all that, because I do not know which zone I am, and so I don't want to categorize myself on. So I don't philosophize, neither do I give Deekshas or initiations, but there are many moments where I have seen initiations happening, but it's not through me. Not by me. Not by me, but I have seen it happening. So whatever is taking care of us, it does in its own mean. There is no credit taken to that. So do not come to me in any hope of any initiations or Diksha. Neither compare me with somebody who's giving Diksha. Neither doing this or that makes somebody higher or lower. It's all going in a certain phase. So just that I do not have any badge or label doesn't mean what I am teaching is just notebook kind of gyan. No, you guys have experience. You're seeing it to what levels you all are going. In 8 seconds to 12 seconds, people can enter into Samadhi by getting those practices. So that is practice, what we have practiced for 3 to 4 hours. And sitting there, you are aware of what is Nirvikalpa and what is Savikalpa. So this is not just bookish gyan. Whatever gyan I talk, I simultaneously give you an example, an experience. Tell me one case where I have not given any experience. All these webinars what I do or retreats what I do, whatever I am talking simultaneously, isn't it not an experience given? So it is not bookish gyan. It is not to fill your knowledge. It is experiential wisdom. It is bodha, atma bodha hone ke liye. So who does it? How it is done? I don't want to get into it. I have never attempted to define it. I would just like to go in the natural process. What's happening till it happens, fine. When it doesn't happen, that is also fine. So these things are there which I wanted to just clarify little more deeper. So I don't go to anybody's page. I don't go to look here and there. For perhaps that is why people come and tell, यहाँ देखो वहाँ देखो. मुझे देखना ही नहीं है, मुझे इंटरेस्ट ही नहीं है. 3-4 साल से कुछ नहीं देख रहा हूँ. I am fully focused on what I am doing, and I think nobody is bothered about what I am doing also. They are doing all their excellent work, whatever they are doing, whichever field. In fact, I was yesterday talking to Ishanji, and I'll tell you 80% of the thing what he's doing, I came to know yesterday. I didn't know. चलो ये बहाना मिल गया, and we talked about it, and then it was explained, and I said, good, great work it's doing. So all my good wishes are always there for that particular reason. But the path that I am looking into is a path of wisdom, and it's a different texture. That doesn't mean that is inferior, or that doesn't mean this is inferior. There is nothing about good, bad. There is nothing about high and low. It is all a beautiful journey, and everything is blossoming in its own way. What I can relate to, I follow. What somebody else relate to, they follow their heart. Are you getting? So all this tradition thing, which, see, he is born into a lineage. He is born into a lineage, and till date, he has that lineage with him. That name, he is born under a certain guru, and till now also he is under that. So that makes him right from start till now belong to a certain tradition. हमारा केस ऐसा नहीं है. My case is, I have entered into this path, and before that entered into some other path. Actually, before that, practicing some religions. Multiple things have happened. Now that again doesn't mean somebody is inferior because of that. No, because life wanted to give me some certain experience. It put me in a Christian body and made me experience. I don't want to judge the divine providence on what it has given, because I don't remember how I am born here. There is a purpose. Everybody has a purpose. I respect everybody's journey. If you are born into a certain religion, into a certain caste, into a certain lineage, and you're following it, great. Or if you're led to certain lineages and then taken somewhere else, and you're still guided and protected, because everybody is coming from the self. We are all born from the same divine providence. So there should be no judgment about this. We are just simply following everybody's heart. And I have been a person right from day one, promoting all the religions, making oneness into it. Look at all the groups that I've created on that. Look at all the posts that I'm putting. You'll never see barriers. I'm not interested in any barriers. So I don't personalize in any barrier where I see something is better than the other. For me, everything is just the play of God. In its own flavors, it is playing out, and that I will maintain that. Saying, talking about oneness. I don't want to say this is greater or something else is greater. I neither call myself great, nor I call anybody great. Is that a problem? I don't want to go into that, where I say somebody, or I go and bow down, you are great, or I say I'm great, bow down to me. I don't believe in that. I simply believe in equality. So I believe how I am guided, whatever I am doing it in my own flavor. I have told this before also. I don't advertise these things. If somebody likes my talk, they are welcome to explore more, or if those talks are enough for them, which is there on YouTube and all, follow it. But if you feel you want to go deeper and all that, then you have to be in the deeper sessions. For that, there is a lot of restrictions. And that means you have to make your life focused. You cannot be scattered everywhere. Neither do I tell people who are doing here and all, go and get scattered anywhere. Follow one. What is the problem? Where is the problem? Understand, get clarity, and follow one. You don't think you are become a Mahatma where you can, no, I can understand. You can't understand. Khichdi ban raha hai, dikh raha hai. You can't understand. You can't digest these things. These things, what I am talking, what I am dealing with all the paths. मेरे को कोई बदहजमी नहीं होती है. I don't get indigested with anything because I understand all our different branches. From there I am able to speak. Where all these branches take you to, what it is trying to lead you to that one. For me, no problem. So if you are in that kind of a state, then you will have no problem. But if you are still studying, if you are still evolving, if you are still learning, then learn from that particular path, which is call, which has that call. Call means what? Karma kanda. I want bhakti, I want puja. This is the kind. Then do that. Then don't go elsewhere where they tell no puja is needed here. What is the use in puja? It is just in deep reflection. Don't go there. But if you are a person who cannot do anything with the karma kanda, and you like myself, I was born in that way. I didn't have any ritualistic attraction even in church or church practices, not only in just Hinduism or any other isms, but even in Christianity. I never had that. So if that is my nature, that is my prakriti, I am naturally being pulled towards these kind of practices. Ramana Tattva, Nisargadatta Maharaj Tattva, Avadhuta Tattva, Arunachala Tattva. Here, langot dal ke baithne wale log hai. They might not do anything. They are not doers. They will be in one place. Now, if they are not doers and they are sitting in place, that doesn't make them less powerful. Come on, we have understood this clearly. To spread or to awaken or to increase consciousness or to be of service in this whole universe, you need not be a doer. Ramana Maharshi has told this many times. When you are sitting up, lango dal ke baithe ho, what are you doing? Look, there so many things are going on, famine and this, earthquakes and wars, and you are sitting here and giving pravachans. What use is this? Langot, loincloth. And he said, how do you know I am not doing anything? Because they will never claim, they will not do, they will not say about it, they will not proclaim about it, they don't want it. They are silent people, simply very, very silent people who just calmly move. In Gyaneshwar, you can see this. Sant Gyaneshwar Maharaj, he has told the real knowers of wisdom, they are like mad people. They behave like mad, they never want attraction, they will be in very plain clothes and they will be moving in the crowds, and so that people keep them away. Or they are able to keep the people away. Why? Because their gyan is that type where you can, get jittery about it. These are higher truths, so they don't talk about it. But they move around quietly. And their presence itself does a lot of work. So one is in the doer and one is in the non-doer. Both are the two hands of God, of Shiva only. Through one branch, he is making somebody do. Through the other, the non-doers, he is still making something do. In both, there is doership. In one, there is somebody who is doing it. But the only thing is they should be careful. They don't say, I am doing it. They should know that somebody is doing it. Same way, these people, Mahatmas, who are just sitting and alive, they know they are not the doers. When they thoroughly know they are not the doers, they become still, motionless. So both these categories are needed according to the play of consciousness. You cannot say this is better or that is better. Both are equally powerful, equally needed. So these kind of clarities we must have. Anyways, now I think today's satsang I'll continue with the people who are already doing the webinar. Some of few more days we have to go, and let's concentrate more on that, the releasing, purging and the manifestation aspects. And let's continue with that follow-up. Because after that, then I may have one or two the free only clarity sessions. Clarity sessions will be only where you ask questions. If there is no questions, we close the session satsang. There is no satsang. It is only meant for questions. So if there are questions that you can send on WhatsApp or you can directly want to ask, we will keep the window open for 10-15 minutes. If any question answers are there, I will talk about it just to clarify your doubt. But there will be no satsangs that we are doing on that. Clarity sessions, I'm telling. It's only meant for that. This is an opportunity window that I'm giving so that no doubts remain in your mind. You have to clarify. Get clarity on this. Deeper satsangs which is there, I will be having face-to-face. Camera must be on. You must be there. On. Because now that thing is not allowed. Where camera is off and then you are sharing the screen with 2-3 people. Now I've come to know. I've understood where the loops are. How these things leak out, not also with a higher purpose. This is only to create unwanted problems and some vested interest. So we don't want to give room for all that. If you are really serious, then you should be available for that satsang. You should be fully free and fully interested in that 1.5 hour. And if you all these three criteria meet, then you must sit there. No recordings. Very, very clear. For whatever reasons. Even those who are abroad and all that, I have certain protocols. Not everybody is going to be given the recordings, because your attendance, your consistency, your practices, whether you are doing these webinars to understand this, or you are only coming with the closed screen and sitting just doing the free satsangs. No, it's going to be this. I don't want to give any kind of free satsangs. Look here, webinars are my source of income. Whatever programs I do where I charge, they are my source of income, and I need it for whatever things are. I need not explain that for what I need. I need it, and it's my gift for which God has given me the capability to earn for it. I earn for it, and it's my hard work. Okay, so there is no guilt in me that I'm charging. Many people say about that's people's things, because to pay for anything and everything services, I got to pay money. Okay, no, so nobody is giving me donations here or something like that. So these charges will continue, but again, I have always extended a free hand to people who are very genuine, even in retreats or in webinars. We have made arrangements, but it is again not to everybody, and this option is not open to anybody. Consistency should be there. You should be have been a long time with us here, and then I should be trusting you and knowing that you are sincerely doing it. For those people, if I will assure you that your the payment will never be a bondage for you. So free thing also is there, but that free is not free, because I see the free has been taken advantage of. So this is the problem. हम लोग बोलने के लिए बहुत बोलते हैं, ये नहीं है, वो नहीं है, free, all these things. But who's going to look at these things? Where is the scrutiny about all these things? And where is the guarantee that all the free people are genuine? So those who pay are at least valuable, because nobody will just pay for something like that. Of course, we have had 1 or 2 cases where people will pay and just to know the gyan, the techniques, and that also we have eradicated. Because this tattva which is there, it needs a pure stability. And it's okay if nobody is eligible till in my lifetime. Nobody is able to get exactly what I'm trying to say. It's okay. And it's even okay if all the 100% also get it and they are illumined in whatever ways and are liberated from free from their minds and this whole entanglement with this samsara which they are unable to come out of. If you are able to become free in that, I'm very glad. But again, as I said, we have to be deeply worthy enough and eligible for that. And for that, there is a commitment needed. So those of you who say, no, who are you? You are a teacher. Why should I commit? Then don't come here. If I'm just not a teacher, philosopher. Why should I go to a philosopher? Then see my philosophies in YouTube only. These sessions are deep, and only those who have entered here will understand how deep they are and what they can do to you, the changes that come to you. So I have decided now, even whatever promotions, I'm not interested. Those who are coming inside, benefit from it and leave. I'd never say stay here. You must leave one day. Enter with the knowing that you are supposed to leave. How leave? 2 ways. Either you are not interested anymore, it's not useful anymore, you leave. Or you got everything and you're so full and you're so independent, Nirlamba, that I don't need this system. I leave. This is the 2 goals that you can benefit and choose to live in that manner. We must leave. So I think the rest I will talk to people who are, again, we are deep into these things. Again, I have no issues or grudges with anybody, any paths whatsoever. In fact, when I learned about what Shanji is doing, I liked it and I congratulated. Great thing. Because he has some deep higher visions on expanding the tattva of Sanatana and all that. I have not gone deep into it, but whatever it is, in that field is not, I can't understand it because I am not into that kind of energy, that kind of. So हमारी सोच थोड़ी अलग है उसके अंदर. He's a go-getter on those things. I am preferring more of relaxed stuff, and I enjoy this. So neither can say this is great or that is great. or the third parties who say this is great or that is great, please excuse. Leave us to our own lives. They are having a very good time with whatever they are doing. We are having a very good time with whatever we are doing. So I think some things, clarity which is needed, that we can sort it out, especially this gossip part which is there. Now it's a ban here. Gossip is banned here. So that's a big relief for me, and it should be a good relief for some of you genuine ones, because I know you don't like ये क्या बात कर रहे हैं. Very good. It all happens for good. So thanking the eternal spirit, thanking Arunachala, thanking all the Guru Tattvas, thanking everybody involved in creating this scene and bringing it to a good conclusion. I offer my gratitude and respect, and to all of you lovely souls who we have been interacting so deeply. Please continue the good work. Please stay focused on whatever you're doing, and don't keep bothering about what's happening elsewhere. Just be focused on your own life journey. Much divine love and light to you. Stay blessed.